potential. You don't have a healing salve if your troll gets harassed, so it could be a bit tricky.
God forbid your courier dies on the walkout. That would be a big issue for the Brewmaster, who's best for speed at the moment. When, you know, you're trying to throw the Cinder Brew, get those whirling axes.
You can't trade well with the Shadow Shaman. Like, his range hero has 75 damage, level 1. So it's very hard for Brewmaster, and now Kaka will pull the lane back.
Yeah, pull it himself, see if he drags it all the way. Things get a little bit more difficult here for Poyoyo, aka Erica, as most of you might know him as. I'm still trying to get used to it. I call him Erica more than Poyoyo these days. It was like when Paparazzi made the switch to Eurus.
Not a big fan of when players change their names, but it's a common thing in China.
Especially one like Paparazzi. I feel like that's such a cool name. That's one I can always get behind. And GGG. But changes in this game overall. On this Sven, is it nearly as strong? I know I've seen a Reddit thread saying it's in the dumpster. Is it really that far down? Just dragged into the dumpster, the bottom of the garbage?
I'm just thinking I did not see any Sven games in the new patch, so a couple in the pubs just feels a bit underwhelming compared to what he was, how strong he was in the previous game, where you need to invest 1400 gold into that shard to be able to dispel the enemies.
Kaka has that salve available, so
I could just be jumping on the train, you know, that no one else picks it. I think it's bad. We'll see how it does this game. He has a Storm Spirit with him. He has a Shadow, so lockdown. Bit worried for just if they can deal with this like Lycan timing. Troll, Brewmaster, fights are gonna be pretty chaotic for IG. You know, so much stuff to focus on.
Now we're gonna need to see if they can deal with all this coming the way from Vici onto them. But again, I don't know. I'm kind of excited for Emo playing this Storm. It's one of his top heroes, if not his best. I know his Morphling's very good as well. Both him and GGG or flyfly play that Morphling, and that was banned in the first phase, so they're trying to take it out of IG's hands at the moment. Jackal whirling at Sven, and there's an Ether Shock first blood for Kaka. DY going down, and this leaves Erica all by himself. He's got one tango to work with, in some trouble here.
Full creep wave.
Kaka, he's low. He's got the creep wave under the tower. Whirling Death, Ether Shock, and another right click. JT getting the kill, and they take out both. Now a 1K lead for IG. DY with that death. Ends up coming mid, refilling the bottle. Ace of Remnant, TP in. Orbital trying to get the save. They got the Vortex Fortunes and avoided with the Simile. He went in time.
Yeah. It's only level 1, the Simulate, so it would not be enough to finish off the Storm Spirit. Good rotation from Ollie, just to keep the Storm Spirit alive. And now Lycan on the top lane, you know, all 11 doing a fairly good job in terms of CS 14 against the 21 that Sven has. Still, if you don't feel like you can play the lane, you can always go back to jungle, leave Earthshaker, experience on the top lane.
Not the worst thing to give experience over the Earthshaker.
Yeah, we've seen what Earthshakers can do when they get the farm.
Already 1K behind. With the shard for Sven to have what used to have before so easily, are you looking towards spending that gold? Like, I don't even know the build for Sven to hold that value, to get that 1400 extra gold. Like, it definitely seems tough to use the Sven that once was.
I guess it's just a mask of madness. The problem is, it's not all about the Sven, it's also the items that have been changed. So Echo Saber is not upgradable anymore. So if you want to invest into Echo Saber, that means it's going to take up your slots. What you can do with it.
Stupendous!
So we'll see how this Sven builds out. What he goes into with all the changes that affect him as a hero overall. JT having a good lane. We've seen a couple of Timbersaws really struggle or not feel as impactful. Hopefully getting 2 kills down bottom. You can leave him by himself if need be. That means the Shadow Shaman can roam around the map.
This lane is just, I was gonna say, unplayable for Troll, but it gets really, really hard. Oh,
and here it is again, Shackle, JT, Timber Chain, but DY with a Cinder Brew thrown on Kaka.
He will have to bail out of this lane once Timbersaw hits level 6. Like, there's too much kill potential, you can't deal with the Timbersaw. Your position 5 is Brewmaster. You kind of lost the lane. Brewmaster is sitting at 0-0, something that we usually don't see. Could be a problem that I said at the start, boots of speed, so he can't trade. It doesn't provide you with any kind of heal. Very greedy.
Shadow Shaman. Still here. Makes me think they want to go on to Erica and jump once more. Kaka coming through the trees, Ether Shot, Shackle again. And they've got the Timber Chain, but they just don't have the damage. They'll bring over Ori to go after the Shadow Shaman while Chakram's right on top of Poyoyo. They'll look like a trade. Kaka dies to Ori, and meanwhile in the jungle, Emo's going after PYW. They've got the help from Ali, and he'll fall to the Purifying Flames. So a couple more kills for IFG. Spirit trying to do something now about bottom, but it's not working.
Right now, they need to stay away from the Timbersaw once he hits level 7, and I like it. The Shroud just feels really, really good. He's not gonna go for any greedy stuff, try to get a Bloodstone, you know, just tank up. But all they have pretty much is magical damage. Lycan is physical. You don't care too much about physical if you already have some extra armor. Old 11 is level 6, has Necro finish, but it's on cooldown. So, Troll TPs to the top lane, and a tough one for him. 28 CS, like, he needs time to recover.
And GT,
Radiant's bottom
great
tower
game.
is under
We've got
attack.
Sven on top of what we're still down here. We're level 7. Fissure comes out from PYW. They've got Kaka coming in as well as Ollie. Earthshaker in Fortune's End with Purifying Flames, and the Chakram pulled back. JT with another kill.
At least we know they're not stream sniping. I just stay away from the Timbersaw, let him have this tower. They do not have enough goals to deal with Metmo. Try to play the other 2 lanes. Probably your position 5 is lining you with any kind of like stuns. He has a slow, but you need a lot of levels on Master. This is what hero needs to hit that level 6. It's a huge difference because see, Brewmaster starting with boots of speed. I've seen some other position 5 Brewmasters that don't go for boots of speed at all. Like you just get earn. It happened twice, 3 times already in Chinese region.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Build ended up really losing the sustain in that bottom lane. Timber takes over, forces the Troll somewhere else.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It starts to feel like
Dire's
they
middle
take
tower
over
has fallen.
the game. But that being said, the
Radiant's bottom
that's
tower
pretty
is under
10
attack.
minutes. So a good timing there from Vici to get that tier 1, maybe opening up the map a little bit, allowing them to play a bit more aggressive, mutate all right, over DY, trying to help flyfly to get the kill. DY Astral step forward, but you've got the help. So hold over for the ult as well. Concentrate the other end in the damage to take out flyfly. Emo's got enough mana if he wants to fly away, but he's staying close. Case right behind him.
This tower kill in the mid lane is a really good move from Vici Gaming. G's tower defense is really, really bad unless you decide to get Timbersaw. Like Shaman can't defend the towers, then you can Oracle. Sven just wants to farm. Like Storm and Timbersaw, they need to play together. A bit of surprise that Timbersaw left the bottom without taking the tower first, and that we usually don't see. Like the bottom part of the map is his job for the 10-15 minutes, then rotate to the other lane, try to take some more tier 1 towers. You're done. All 11.
Yeah, already using that first bolt to get a kill, but still, you see where the 3 cores are in terms of IG.
A big stack for an Dolphin now, just farming jungle. only died twice. You see Shakers getting like left dagger between 10, 15, and how to even know it. But you know, it's a perfect timing when you're getting bounty rooms, you take tower, you have a couple of assists, but 0 deaths. On pretty rough one, I would say, for Earthshaker.
So this timing ends up being building that Echo Saber, has Ascendance already.
Brewmaster is the greedy position 5.
Yeah.
Also took the dome. Like, I think you get so much more from Primal Split than from the Echo Slam at this point.
You feel bad though for this Earthshaker who struggling to get a blink, struggling to get 6. He was level 3 in that fight bottom. Like he doesn't really add much to that lane.
It's just jungling for now. Doesn't have the lane
Radiant's
to go
top
to.
tower
Ideally,
is under
you
attack.
want to give your Earthshaker a lane for 2 minutes to be able to farm a blink dagger. Smoke from Vici.
Might spot someone and thought it would be Erica, but they're right on the field. It's coming through. There's the finish from Ollie. Emo. Falling away, Primal Split using the remnant, locks him up. The big false promise, Ollie will drop. But Emo, he gets to the high ground. I don't think this is far enough away though. Back to full health.
Radiant's middle tower
11
is
still
under attack.
chasing, now under the tier 2 tower. They've got the ropes. Stormhammer onto the Lycan. The next roll with chase the remnant knocks up AP for a second. Tier chain still going with all the weapon, but slowed up significantly. Simru. Coming around, and these wolves will spot him. So he needs to run. He's getting a lot of damage from just those wolves.
Dire's top tower is
First
under
split,
attack.
they will manage to get the 1 kill out of that. It's your big team fight.
Poyoyo up top. Well, maybe someone else would join him. So Sven, it's the Blade of Alacrity first. I think switching off that After Saber. So
Yeah, it's just not a viable item at this end where you can't upgrade it, and it feels so bad for a Sven because he gets 6 slotted pretty early on.
Dire's top tower
Different words
is under
committed mid.
attack.
Trying to take this tier 1 tower, keep Worry away. Again. Landing on a 2 to the Kaka. He's taking a lot of damage here. Saved by Ollie for a second. Finally, he drops. URW ends up getting traded. Ball landing all the way in. Electric Vortex hits onto the Lycan. All 11 killed by JT, who's on a mega kill streak and grabbed himself a double kill. All the while, the mid tier 1 goes down too. And IG starting to overwhelm the Vici side.
JT is having a really good right now. They don't have the answers for like mana burn from the necro units.
Radiant's
It's
bottom
okay, everything
tower
else is
under
like
attack.
magical, physical. Hood is already online and he's building into Shroud, so we'll even have enough to actually get the mana back, something that this hero struggles a bit early on with.
Finishes that Shroud. Take a look at JT's 5-0-1, 102 last hits. Already 6,500 hero damage, doing really well up to this point. Second on the network. So that Shroud's coming in, getting delivered soon. They're setting up over mid though. Looks like they want to make a move towards the bottom rune if possible. Maybe move over mid and bite IG. Yep. Dagger. I think that's a timing that Vici might want to wait for.
Thank you.
300 gold away, they just smoked. No Echo Slam for 16 seconds. There's Smoke 3 available. Plus shit, he pops it.
Running back to go and they've got Cyclone. I make sure there's no false promise. JT dropping for the first time this game. They'll follow that up with a kill on
Roach bit possibly with the Lycan and Necro units. They're chasing, they want to get more. I don't think they will be able to find anything. Still feels like they could have ran into Roche Pit with the Wolves, Necro units, Troll. You have enough damage. Sometimes it's that like opportunity that shows up immediately, and if you don't take it, you don't go back to it.
Right. And there's that Blink Dagger for the Earthshaker. So Yeah, they fall with Primal Split and Shapeshift. They'll have Echo Slam up in 10 with a Blink Dagger backing it up. They'll probably want to debut that.
It might sound stupid, but like their best ability that they have is the Cyclone from the Storm Panda, pretty much. Just being able to control, like Sven, the AoE Dispel against the Warcry is going to be great coming up from that unit. And just the Cyclone Oracle, if you can focus like one hero and kill him. Cyclone Oracle, possibly Cyclone the Timbersaw. But the Timbersaw is the hero that falls off, you know. He had all this time in the world, still feels really, really strong, but, you know, as time goes by, it's just gonna keep falling off. This is the problem with the hero.
How does the Timbersaw stay relevant?
A good question.
Such a distance. With that 8th lens already picked up for Kaka, it's a quick kill on the DY. They look over at Ori. Does another Astral Step, has now 2. So these Warlords will commit to the 2-shoot tower bottom and grab it. This is 16 minutes. That means they can back up, take the outpost. PYW here, smoke gets broken by JT. He really wanted to move over, blink and Echo Slam, but now he's been found out. Thinking about throwing the fissure. 8th Remnant on the ward. IG have backed out of this so far successfully, but now there's the Astral Step as well as the Yules. Fortune's End, bringing them down pretty quick. They're going to follow this up with a fissure and try to kill off Kaka as well as Ollie. They're going for both supports. Small promise into the TP out for Ollie. Kaka not so fortunate.
Just backdoor the tier 1 tower with the Wolves, with the Necro unit. Like, IG got what they wanted from that fort on the high ground. See any rotations from the side. They're like, sure, I mean, you're gonna deal with that. We're more than fine with it.
Interesting build coming out from the left. Necro 3 double fire.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Okay. Like, constant dispel. Like, what is he gonna dispel other than, like, Fate's Edict, Vorter Cry, AoE dispel with the Storm Panda? It's not a reliant cooldown dependent.
Almost finishing this Orchid. That'll be a time for them to move as well.
Yeah, I don't think Nullifier is a good idea here, because it just, there aren't too many things to dispel. I've seen the players falling into the same trap when there's a troll, and you're like, yeah, I want to get this new Aghanim set, but you don't get too much value out of it. Okay, I like this. Okay, I like that. I see he's going for the Aghanim Scepter.
We've seen the bite mechanic before.
With the Ursa, it looks so good. They're just having that crit with the overpower. I mean, it could be the same thing with the Troll's passive. You have a lot of attack speed. He's getting very close to his BKB.
And turning into half and half wolf. But no half bear.
Not this time.
IG smoked up. Corey. Hammer to follow it up. A quick kill on to the Void Spirit, and they clean up those pandas. EY gone so quickly, and you used the God Strength. They popped the KB on flyfly. They dropped the wards. They will go for it.
Historically, Panda always struggled against any kind of cleave. Wolf will try to scout things out, see how Lycan is doing, say hi. That's all he can do right now. I don't think you take this fight. Vici Gaming, they need to back off.
Pick up the Edicts on Emo. So, he's got that Orchid going into the BKB. Once BKB, it's like a difficult way to try and corral Emo. How do you really stop that Storm?
Storm so far, 0 deaths. I mean, he's playing in 0 silences. There is a setup from Yule Scepter to Remnant, Stun, a root mechanic for Troll, but it's really not enough, especially when he has someone to back him up, like an Oracle. Now with that Aegis online, it's gonna be really hard to take him down twice.
Yeah. And this
Dias are scanning.
Emo's comfort hero, and we're seeing why already. Flyfly though, on the Sven, 2k just about ahead of this Troll, going into the Sanjin Yasha.
Stupendous!
Mask of Madness, BKB, Sanjin Yasha.
I like that. a bit of everything. You know, Mask of Madness to increase your farm, more kill potential in the fights, goes back to Yasha, and gets an earlier BKB, which I really like. They really playing like a control into Lycan, which is physical damage. You still want to be able to stand your ground and not care about any of the abilities, because their damage right now is pretty limited. Like Sven at the moment is not scared at all going into a fight, popping BKB. There's no answers. There's like no BKB piercing abilities, and there's always protocol to save him. Good job.
Vortex in the silence. Put your hits onto Timber. Try to take out Uri, and they've got the Hex with the Shackle, so with another kill, they've used the stage shift to try and face Kaka. JT in their face, and that allows Kaka to retreat a little bit. Now the turnaround from IG working for UIW and cleaning him up quickly. So another double kill for JT. I think that's his second double kill. 7 kills from moving on to the tier 2 mid. They are steamrolling right now, snowballing out of control. Vici looking like they lack answers.
Sure, they don't have the answer for the Timbersaw. There's like Vessel Carrier, there's no pure damage. Also struggle against Sven at the moment. Somehow they managed to survive for the next 15 minutes. They're good to go, but the problem is right here, right now, at their tier 3 tower, Brewmaster spirits they just smelt. Okay, yeah. Brewmaster, he finished the Spirit's Vessel. The thing is, Timbersaw already has a defensive tool. Lotus Orb, also another spell coming out from the Oracle if needed.
Lycan, Tyrant bites that troll. Etherem, and the Spirit Vessel onto this Timber. Trying to use Lotus Orb for the chain to escape. Cyclone in the air, so is the Panda. Etherem comes back down to her. Looking for an opportunity. A big ball. Good pop by poyoyo. They've gotten the fissure as well as the aftershock come through with the charge, but the false promise control the trap. Echo Slam comes down on the 2. Kaka taking a lot of damage. The Serpent Lords are down. They go for the troll, but should get this kill on Erica. After the ulti runs out, he's also taking out PYW as well as Ori. They'll go after DY, who's back to a single Panda. Not a lot of mana on Emo to be falling and chase, but it's no problem when GT can cut through these two, Timber Chain in, and continue to search. They're trying to do deforestation as on the elusive Panda, and that's what they'll do. Emo gets the kill on a DY. 4 heroes dead on Vici. IG lose their supports.
Surprised Vici Gaming decided to take a full 5 versus 5, 5 versus 6 if you count the ages. They're trying to go for the Timbersaw, still super tanky at the moment.
Radiant's
like at this stage of the game, I don't think you can afford to just go for the Timber. This is one of those games where Timbersaw really feels like good.
GT again. Lock combo, but as the Timber Chain, now the Yules have an inward control, and he's just Timber Chaining away. They can't keep up.
I'm not gonna say it's impossible to kill him, but it's very, very hard at the moment now that he has a way of dispelling things. With that Lotus Orb, just got a level 18 from the previous guy. So a ton of damage coming out from him. A bit low on mana.
Ball
It's it.
The silence. Yules fissure. It's starting up. They've got the shackle from Kaka. Keeping him alive is Ali. They really are just running out of time on Vici. The jump is from GT. They're going to fight this troll. He's going to find Emo. Electric Vortex out onto PYW. The spot coming in for the Orchid. They get to go on a 1 after they've taken out Flyfly got straight. Story hammer. The Lycan definitely will trying to do more angles in the battle. This is looking like all 0 for Erica, and they'll call GG. Vici getting taken down so quickly by IG. They are on another one at the moment. There's no stopping this train for right now.
Yeah, man, what a performance. Like, they just didn't give them an opportunity